You're all right there, folks. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Lovely to see you as always. How was your Wednesday? Good? Yeah, thought so. Is right. You jumped on the treble. Yeah, well done. Well done to us. Happy days. More of the same today would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. I've got a double sorted out here. I'm locked in on a double. Pretty much the same price as that treble was yesterday. I'm going to stick a floater down the bottom as well, but we will get to that when we get to it. There's no rush. Before we do, like the video if you would, subscribe if you're not. If you want to support the channel, link in the description and the pinned comments. You don't have to. I appreciate it if you do. Right then, round of 16 in the Paris Masters. I tell you what, we had some crackers today, didn't we? Had some absolute crackers. I tell you what, do a quick recap in it. We don't usually do these, but I'm in a good mood anyway. We've had a good day. Let's go through them dead quick. So what did we take on the treble? We had Dimitrov to beat Thomas Martin Etch-a-Sketch, didn't we? And you know what? Tight game. I said yesterday, I take this back, I said this was a bad matchup for Etcheverry. He did end up getting beat. I didn't think he was going to win. He played a lot better than what I thought he was going to do. Not only that, let's give him some props. Etcheverry, someone who we consider very much a clay player, don't we? You know, he's come on leaps and bounds on the hard courts, especially this season. You know, fair play to him. Dimitrov got that one done. That was probably the tightest one out of the entire day. Holgaroon made it look easy against Bublik. We said he would. He was evens to win that in straight sets as well. Fuck, I wish I'd have taken that. And then we had Alex de Minaur against Kekmanovic. Look, if you didn't watch it, you may just look at the score and go, you know what, straight sets, I expected that. He made it so hard for himself. He made it so difficult for himself, man. He really did. I mean, I thought he was going to drop that second set. If it was anyone else other than Kekmanovic, anyone higher ranked than him, he probably would have dropped the set, may have even lost the game. I don't know. He was going back and forth on the break points. Back and forth on the breaker serve with Kekmanovic. I don't really like that, but all that matters is he got it done for the boys today. Nice little treble there. I can't even remember what we put out as floaters. Was it Alex Michelsen? I think it was Michelsen and someone else. Who was it? Fucking Taylor Fritz. Oh, Ben Shelton. That was it, yeah. Look, for those that are new to the channel, you may or may not know, the floaters are they're not officials. I don't really take the floaters that much. I don't think anyone does, but they're just food for thought, really. Yeah, Michelsen ended up getting beat, didn't he, by Rinderknech, 2 tiebreakers. Tell you what, mate, these Frenchies they will not die, will they? These will not. They won't go away this tournament. Fair play to them as well. That's what you've got to do. This is what you should be doing at your home slam. I was gonna say, at your home Masters. Look, before we get into the picks, and we will get into them dead quick, these Frenchies are really putting me off again. Because they're still, and I'm looking at these games, and I'm looking at pretty much every one of them that involves a French player today, and I'm looking at it thinking, this is it. This is the end of the road for every one of them, surely. But it's not going to be, is it? You know it's not going to be. One of these are going to make it through today. At least one. Before we get into the picks, quick question time. Which one of these French players is most likely to get through to the next round here? Is it going to be Rinderknech? Is it going to be Artifice? Is it going to be Manarino? I don't know. Is it going to be Hugo Humbert? Is it going to be Artur Cazot? You know, there's fucking loads of them left. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, madness. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Let's see what we've got. We'll get rid of some shit dead quick, and then I've only got a couple that I really want to talk about, mainly the double, and then I think I've got a unit lock, but then, again, maybe not. We'll see. We'll get to that in a sec. Jordan Thompson's playing Manarino, like I've just said. This has got French fuckery written all over it. Jordan Thompson should be winning this. You know, we're in the round of 16 now. I'd like to think everyone who's here wants to be here. You know, we're left with the ones who actually want to play. Just how many people do you reckon that have went against Manarino all week? Like me included, I haven't bet against them, but I didn't think he'd make it this far. And if he's made it this far, I don't see why not. Jordan Thompson's probably as good as it's going to get as far as a draw for him. I don't know. Head-to-head's 5-3 as well. It's a Manarino. 2.3 on the decimal. What you reckon on that? Anyone got anything for that? Let me know. Be interested to know. Any more have we got? Look, I'm not going to waste any time getting into this one, but Holger Rune should beat Artikazo. I know he beat Ben Shelton today. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Artikazo can do this, can't he? He can do this. He can play like this. We've seen him play really well. We've mentioned it, you know, quite a few times at the start of the year. He was fantastic. He just fucking gaslit everyone, didn't he? Thinking he was going to be like a top 10 player, but didn't exactly pan out that way. Oh my god, my screens went blue. Where am I? That's just put me off. Kazo and Rune. Kazo beat Holger Rune at the start of the year. Now I've mentioned it. So, you know, we have bags of confidence coming into that home crowd. I'm not going to keep mentioning the home crowd. It's going to be a reoccurring theme throughout the majority of these picks. Fortunately enough for us, well, for me personally anyway, I feel like I've found a way to sort of square my way around these French ones. I really do. I've found a way to avoid it with the double. But nonetheless, Holger Rune, I feel like he's flew under the radar a little bit this Masters. No one's talking about him. No one has mentioned how good he's been. Looked fucking shit hot today as well. Shit hot today. I know Kazo looked fantastic against Ben Shelton, but I've got to back Holger Rune here. I've got to. 1.45 on the decimal. Not bad. Not bad odds whatsoever, in my opinion. What do we go for next? These are all good. I don't even know what to pick for. We're spoiled for choice here. Spoiled for choice. No, let's go for this one. It's the biggest favourites on the card. Yeah, that's right. You've guessed it. Carlos Alcaraz, Hugo Humbert. Hugo Humbert a 4-1 underdog here. You're getting a spread of 4.5 on Bet365, and you know what? Dead quick. I think he might cover it. I think he just might cover that 4.5. Hear me out, just hear me out. I know he got fucking smoked by him last month in that Davis Cup, but it's Davis Cup, innit? And did he play each other at Wimbledon? Let me just double check. They played each other on the grass this year. I remember watching it. Yeah, it was at Wimbledon. That finished 3-1. Hugo Humbert fucking done him 6-1 in one set there though. Food for thought. Home crowd. That's all I'm going to say about this one. Alcaraz really should be beating Hugo Humbert. I know he will. It kills me to say it, but this is most definitely as far as this is as far as Hugo's going to go. It really is. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he will do it. Alcaraz will win this game. My question to you is, do you think Hugo Humbert can cover that 4.5? Going off the previous matchup, the most recent one, you wouldn't be so confident in him doing that. And I wouldn't blame you for not wanting to pick it. But all he needs to do is just prolong one set. Just one set, and then we can take a 6-3. If he's going to get done in straights. He just needs to serve well, which he has been doing. Admittingly, he's been playing really well. He played fucking fantastic. Who did he play today? It was Marcus Giron, was it? Yeah. Bullied him 6-3, 6-2. I am really, really tempted to just have a little sprinkle on Hugo Humbert plus that 4.5. I am. It's his home slam. He's still here. Maybe, you know, maybe we do, maybe we don't, maybe we do, and then, you know, come this time tomorrow night, we're sitting here going, oh, that was fucking stupid, weren't it? But I don't know, man, there's there's something just telling me to do it. I've got this weird little feeling in me gut, and I hate going against that. You know how that is, boys. You know how it feels going against yourself. I don't mind it. I really, really don't mind it. Alcaraz hasn't really done anything in this Paris Masters either, as far as I can remember anyway. This crowd, so the only excuse I can make for these French players, well, the majority of them still being here, is this fucking crowd doing stuff in it. It's like that US Open with Tiafoe, he just turns into like Federer for a few games, doesn't he? You go on there plus 4.5. It's the only way I'd be looking at that. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. I don't know. I really don't know. You know, it could come in, and I'd be sitting here looking like a fucking genius tomorrow night, but everybody's a genius in hindsight. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll be looking at Hugo Humbert plus the point, if anything. Right, I'll get into the double, and then we'll pick off the stragglers. So, first one, for me, avoiding any sort of Frenchery, fuckery, fucking, yeah, all that nonsense. Going with our boy. He's been doing bits for me personally for fucking years now. Stefanos Tsitsipas, Francisco Cerundolo. Some of you might be sitting there going, oh no, not this one. Not this one. Yeah, this one. This one again. May I add, we've just had this the other week in the last tournament. Was it Switzerland? I think we used to have this in Switzerland, didn't we? First round, too. Very close game. Went to a tie break in the third set. Tsitsipas just showed his level, got that one done. Both of these games, these are both probably more suited, well, definitely more suited towards the clay. Tsitsipas being far superior, if you ask me. Cerundolo, I always say about him, don't I? And you can back me up on this. I always say Cerundolo, in my opinion, one of the most underrated players on the tour. He really is. Like, every time you bet against him, you watch him play and you go, oh, I don't know why I've bet against you. Like, he's really good. There's just something missing. They've only ever played each other once, and that was in the last tournament. Getting 1.5 here for Tsitsipas. This might come down to just a couple of things, you know. It might come down to, you know, this is going to sound stupid, innit? But overall consistency. I'm closing my eyes now, and I'm just trying to picture the game playing out. Forehand to forehand, both of them are decent. Both of them can hang with each other. Probably give the edge to Tsitsipas, just maybe at this level, you know, overall. You're going to be looking at it like a revenge. Are we really looking at this at like a revenge spot? Or Cerundolo's going to want to get his revenge. Tsitsipas, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure he can still make a push for these finals. I'm pretty sure he can. I just see Tsitsipas going a little bit deeper than this. I do. Like, forgive me if you think I'm wrong, but I just think he's going to do it again. I really do. Cerundolo's been really good this week as well. Like, let's not take him away from him. He beat Andrei Rublev. He's been quite clutch in these tie breaks this week as well. He had to get past 2 for Rublev. I'm fully expecting him to put up a fight. Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting this to be any sort of a walk in the park for Tsitsipas. Absolutely not. But you've got to go with him again. You've got to go with Tsitsipas in this. He's just a better player. You know, he's a slight favourite. He can still make, I'm just checking, he can still make the finals. Definitely going to be motivated for this, especially just beating him last week. That's even more motivation stacked on top. You know, couple that with the fact that Cerundolo's never really had much success, if any success, on the indoor courts. Especially this one. Tsitsipas should just be getting it done. He really, really should. Tsitsipas got to the semi-finals here last year, didn't he? Was it? Yeah, he got to the semi-finals last year. He got beat by Dimitrov in the semis. Yeah, got to back him. I've got to go with me boy here. 1.5 on the decimal. If you go now, it should be around that. That's going to drop overnight. You know it is. You know it is. People are going to see Tsitsipas at that price and go, oh yeah, all day. and rightly so. You can thank me when it happens. And then the next one on the double, finishing us off for the officials, and then we'll pick off the last couple. We've got business with Karen Khachanov and Alexei Popyrin. Khachanov coming into this one as a favourite, 3-1 to Khachanov on the head-to-head. 1.6 on the decimal for Khachanov. Popyrin, a nice little underdog here. Not as big of a dog as he was against Daniel Medvedev, may I add. And what a game he had against Daniel Medvedev, may I also add. Anyone watch that? I did. I got up this morning. I thought he played fucking fantastic. I did. Blew hot and cold. But doesn't everyone? Everyone has little dips and that, especially against players like Medvedev. That's top tier competition, mate, especially on these hard courts. That's no joke. Admittingly, he has been suffering with an injury. We did touch on that, but even still, it's Medvedev, innit? Alexei Popyrin, after that Masters performance in, was it Cincinnati or no, the Canada one? After winning that, he has took a bit of a dip. To come back and do a performance like that, yeah, that's some showing. It really is. Great ship from Popyrin there. Khachanov, let's just have a little talk about this dude for a minute. For those of you that don't know, Khachanov just used to be a consistent lock for me pretty much all the time over the years. Not so much anymore, although the past couple weeks he has been flying. He's been very, very hard to beat. As a matter of fact, he's hardly lost any games. The only game he's lost in his last 10 was that one against Jack Draper in the final in Vienna. And we all know how good Jack Draper's been doing. That kid's just fucking unplayable at the moment. Unplayable. But, and I'll touch on the Jack Draper game in a minute because the same applies for this as what it does for that. They played so much tennis. It's more so bugging me about this one than the Draper one, but I'll touch on that in a sec. Karen Khachanov's played a lot of tennis. Considering he's been fairly inconsistent for this season, he's put in a lot of good games and a lot of big ones as well. He's already went the distance with Christopher O'Connell and Gio and Pericard in the Paris Masters. Look really good as well today. I can't fault him. Like I said, that loss to Draper there, that's nothing. That's really nothing. He's technically undefeated. He's beat Di Minor, Berrettini, Benac, Sabo, Phil, Diallo, Vukic, Zakayev, Pericard, O'Connell. Can't fault that. Cannot fault that. Alexei Popyrin, that's 2 dog wins in a row now. Sorry, let's get that off my screen. He was a dog against Berrettini, smoked him in straight sets, and then, like we mentioned, he was a dog against Medvedev, and he's a dog again here. He is operating very, very well at this price. If you ask me, Khachanov did beat him this year in Doha. That was straight sets, tiebreaker in the first, 6-2 in the second. Pretty dominant head-to-head, if you're looking at it like that, but this is a very, very much improved Alexei Popyrin. It really is. Khachanov's 12-2 indoors this year. A lot of them coming, as we've watched the past week or two, Popyrin 2-1. These fast courts really suit him, He looked really good. And what I noticed today against Medvedev, not only in this game, I've noticed it about a lot of players, but everyone's just volleying, aren't they? He volleyed the shit out of Medvedev today. That's all it is. These courts are so fast, man. They really are. If you get that big one in and then you can hit them with a volley, they just can't get to it in time. And I'm questioning how much Khachanov's got left. I'm not questioning his ability or anything like that, because those of you that know me know I always say Khachanov always flies under the radar, and then before you know it, it's like the semi-finals, quarter-finals, and he's there. Do we think he's going to beat Alexei Popyrin? Me personally, I'm not so sure, but this is what I am certain of. I'm pretty sure Alexei Popyrin takes at least 1 set off him. At least just a 1. Come on. If you're going to do that against Medvedev today, like I said, in Pericard, the fucking Gio and Pericard took a set off Khachanov today. Christopher O'Connell took a set off Kachanov in the first round. Is the fatigue getting to him? It very well may be. If it's not, I'll hold my hands up and say, okay, that it's not, Kachanov's in good shape, better shape than we thought, but I really liked what I've seen with Popperin today. I really do. I think we are more than good to take him for just the one set. Just the one. Who's with me? Come on. Who's with me on that? It's not a bad shout, is it? Whatsoever. It's not a bad shout. Personally, I think he could win it. I don't mind Popperin as a dog here. I just see him taking a set. I don't think... Look, these games are just getting longer and longer for Kachanov now, aren't they? Clock's ticking. How much has he got left? I'm not so sure. I thought Jack Draper was done today in that second set, but it looked like he may have given everything he got to rally and pull that one back. I don't think Kachanov's going to be getting any fitter. If anything, it's only going to be hindering him more as the days go on. I've got to go with Popperin for the set. That is the second and final one on the double. Tsitsipas to win. Alexei Popperin for the set. That's plus money, that as well, folks. So, yeah, I know. Isn't that mad? Fucking plus money for that. Absolute madness. But yeah, look, there's a couple more we haven't touched on, but that's 20 minutes here. That's actually took quite a while, hasn't it? Dimitrov should be beaten out of Rinderknech. Simple as that. Really big favourites here. 1.25 for Grigor Dimitrov. That was a close one today against our Etcheverry, weren't it? Very close one. Etcheverry played really good. Really good. Good shift from Rinderknech as well against Alex Michelsen. Look, I've left these out for a reason. It's because there's French involved, isn't he? Like, I didn't think Etcheverry was going to keep it that close against Dimitrov. I think Rinderknech, especially with this home crowd, can do more than that. That spread's 3.5, and if you want to take that, best of luck to you. Me personally, I just don't bet against Dimitrov. It just goes against everything I believe in. I'm too loyal to him. I'll bet on him every day of the week, but never against him. I'm not so sure he wins this one. Plus 3.5 for Rinderknech, couldn't talk it off that at all. Do what you please. Same with Zverev and Fils. Now, I'd always go with Zverev in this matchup, I would. Always. And I know Fils beats him in Germany. We speak about it pretty much once or twice a week, don't we? At least every time Marta Fils is involved. He's been so good. He's been so good this tournament, man. Not even just this tournament, he's been so good the past couple of months since that Asian swing. A lot of them have. That spread's 2.5 as well. Zverev looked really good against Greek Sport today. That was a lot more convincing than the last time out, wasn't it? Just touching on that as well, that total. Anyone take that total? I didn't, but I know a lot of people would have been fucking fancying that over 22.5, and I would have taken it myself. Just so close. So close, and it's heartbreaking when that happens. It's so close. You'd rather it just miss out by loads, wouldn't you? Then it is. You couldn't have got any closer to that coming in. So, shit out of luck if you take that. I think Zverev is just better, more trustworthy on the hard court. We're just going to be going off like the whole magical thing with Fils, aren't we? Like, it's his home tournament and he's playing good. I know, anything can happen. He's beat Zverev before. Will he beat him now? I wouldn't guess so. I don't think Artur Fils is going to beat Zverev. And I know I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to see a lot of Fils this, Fils that, Fils plus the points, Fils for the... I'm just staying away from it. We'll see how many Frenchies are left come tomorrow. Mark my words, this time tomorrow night, we'll sit here. How many do you reckon will be left? I think there'll be one. And I'm not sure who it's going to be, but I think it might be Artur Rinderknech. And I don't know. I don't want to say that, but yeah. Zverev, it would have to be. But there's something. Well, listen to me, there's something. Last time I'm going to mention it, yeah. Artifice, for those that don't know, is fucking French. So I just can't. I just can't. It's better for me and it's better for us as a community if we just stay away from these spots instead of just going for it for the sake of it and then getting fucked over. You know, yeah, I'm not superstitious or anything, but this whole French thing has sort of become a little superstition on this channel, and let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see how right we are. I'll be taking to bed every minute, and then wrapping us up dead quick. I've got nothing for this purely because it's Jack Draper and he's still here. I would imagine he's going to beat Alex de Minaur. Everything I said yesterday about him stands today. There's no reason to bet against this lad other than sitting there going, oh, how much has he got left? And I know I've just said that about catching off, but that's a little bit different. I think Draper's in better shape. You've just got to go with him. This is one of them spots where you're gonna sit there and just wait for him to fail, aren't you? Every match, everyone was so certain, including all you, loads of yous in the chat, like loads of yous as well, like not just in the comments, but loads of people on Twitter. Pretty much everyone has seen pundits saying, look, maybe me included, I started fucking buying into it as well myself. Everyone thought Taylor Fritz was going to win today. And I said that on last night's video, didn't I? I'd have to go with Jack Draper purely because he has not given us a reason to go against them. The only reason you're going against them is because you're waiting for him to just get tired. And he thought he was going to get tired against Taylor Fritz, and he didn't. He really didn't. What I will say is this. It did go the 3 sets. He beat Yuri Lehechka in straight sets really convincingly as well. Everyone thought he was going to get beat there. Everyone took Lehechka. He fucked him up. Pretty much everyone and the mother was on Taylor Fritz today, plus the point sort for a fucking, on the money line. Didn't happen. Draper's good to go. I think he's more than capable of beating Alex de Minaur, although de Minaur has gotten the better of him in previous meetings, head-to-heads 3-1. I think Jack Draper wins, but hear me out. Like I said with Kachanov, I'll say the same with Draper. The last thing he needed today was that match against Taylor Fritz, because Taylor Fritz was really good. Really good. Jack Draper, as I mentioned before, he's unplayable. Playing lights out at the moment. You can't play against him. He's so strong. Big hitter. Everyone's struggling with him. He's fucking everyone up, basically. He hasn't lost him forever. Top 10 next year as well, mark my words. Ideally, he'd have wanted to just wrap that up and go back to his hotel, but he didn't. It just got longer and longer. And in this situation, when, your stamina is questionable, I don't know if there's anyone worse to play than someone like de Minaur, who's just got bags and bags of energy. He can run for hours. When he's completely fit anyway, I know he's struggled with injuries. Jack Draper did beat him in the US Open, but de Minaur's, we've seen him injured in that, and then he's been injured pretty much ever since. If he didn't look so shaky against Kekmanovic today, I'd probably say just take de Minaur for a set, but why would you bet against Jack Draper at the moment? This is just one of them spots, boys, where you're just going to have to keep taking him until he lets you down. It's as simple as that. Because we can sit here every day and go, oh yeah, like, he's going to be tired. Lehechka will beat him. He was hungover from the last tournament. No. Oh, well, he got past Lehechka. He's definitely not going to beat Taylor Fritz, or he did. Oh, well, he's beat Taylor Fritz. He had a long one against him. Surely he doesn't beat de Minaur. He probably will. It's a funny old game, innit? Like I said, I've got nothing for that, but I am interested to hear your thoughts on it. We're just coming up onto half an hour. I'd be surprised if anyone's still watching, but, if anyone still is, I appreciate you. Thanks for sticking in there. We got through it in the end. Right then, I'll be saying good night to you folks. Thanks for stopping by, spending time, means a lot. I think we're on 382 now, are we? Subscriber count 382, nearly there, slowly but surely. I'm alright with that. Happy days, appreciate you all. Right, Stefanos Tsitsipas and Popyrin for a set. Any objections? No. Sound. Good night then. Take it easy. Take care of yourself, folks. Take care of one another. Enjoy the tennis. Best of luck to you. See you tomorrow.